Hey guys, it's Justin. I'm here at EPCOT today and wanted to bring you along with me as we swan song the Festival of the Arts. It's only going to be running for a few more days, but I just wanted to check out any snacks that I didn't get to eat last time and anything else we didn't get to do. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and do that now by clicking the red subscribe button below and then click the little notification bell, and that way you're notified every time I release new videos like this one. If you need prayer for anything, go ahead and leave your prayer request in the comments and I'd be honored to pray for you. If you liked this video or if it was helpful, give it a big thumbs up below and go and share it with someone that might also benefit from it. Alright guys, that's enough blabbing. EPCOT awaits. Let's get into that park. And we are here. Let's get our temperature checked, get through security, and get into that park. Alright, it is 10:08 and the park officially opens at 11 o'clock today. You can see there are already quite a few people here. And we are in. It is a rat race right now to the most popular attractions. Alright, as we pass Guardians of the Galaxy on our left, I can hear the test track cars already running, so it's a good sign that they're testing them. Probably not going to have a delayed opening. And even though it's cloudy, no chance of rain today. It's supposed to be a high of 84 and sunny this afternoon, so you know I'm looking forward to that. Alright, let's jump in line for Test Track. Test Track is even more beautiful with no one in front of us. Let's jump in line. Alright guys, we are first in line for Test Track. That worked out well. Alright, we have been granted entrance into the loading area. Alright, it is 10:27 and we are on Test Track. Can't beat that. Here we go.
Drive systems analysis, paper spectral imaging and problem responsiveness data.
Here comes the final test.
Energizing for power test.
Here we go! We made it, guys! That was windy. And don't forget, when you exit Test Track, you can see all of the new Chevrolet models here in the showroom they have set up. And you don't have to ride the ride to see these, you can actually come in through the gift shop too. Alright, since we're over here in Future World, right next door to Mission Space, why not? Alright, it is 10:37 and we are in the holding room for Mission Space. And I'm giving you guys a break today. We're going to do the green track, less intense mission. Here we go.
You're here today for flight training, the most thrilling experience that any astronaut candidate will ever have. Before you decide if it's right for you, let me introduce you to your spacecraft. The X-2 Space Shuttle. It's powered by solid hydrogen and can accelerate from 0 to 6,000 in 60 seconds. So when you hear the words "go for launch," you'll definitely want to hang on.
Less intense training.
Welcome to your Come With Me.
You are made uncomfortable by enclosed dark spaces or simulators. You may exit the flight training area now. Ask a uniformed crew member for directions.
Alright, so you're gonna be right here.
Thank you.
Attention astronaut candidates. You have selected Green Team, less intense training. However, if you are made uncomfortable by enclosed dark spaces or simulators, you may exit the flight training area now. Ask a uniformed crew member for directions.
In the event of an emergency landing, there are control sticks at every crew position.
Follow the markings on the floor to your X2 trainer and begin boarding now.
All right, we are in the capsule. We'll be pilot. All right, guys, we're gonna blast off here in a moment.
Good luck, team. All of us here at Mission Control wish you a safe journey around the planet.
Thank you. Here we go.
4, 3, Mission Control, the tower is clear. They're all yours.
Mission Control to X2. You are go at throttle up. Pilot, initiate first stage separation.
Okay.
Now.
Uh-oh, we got a hurricane, guys.
Computer override initiated.
Huh.
Your flight path today is taking you across the United States, past
Okay.
the Grand Canyon, and leaving the continent at San Francisco. And down on Earth, the Hawaiian Islands. In a moment, you'll be crossing paths with another X2, just launched from the Pacific. Over the Gobi Desert. Passing over the Himalayas, you should have a gorgeous night view of India.
Boy, do we.
You should be seeing Greece and Italy. And up ahead, Paris, the city of light. Navigator, initiate
boy.
descent. Now.
We have to land in that?
Engineer, extend wings for gliding. Now.
Computer
All
override
hands on control
activated.
stick. All right. Now left.
Oh boy,
Right.
it's getting rough.
Left. Back to center.
Wow.
Hold it steady.
they're coming in too hot.
Pull back.
Sorry. We made it!
Down and clear.
Thank
Mission
you.
accomplished. Good work, team. Welcome back to Earth. And welcome to the Astronaut Corps.
All right, just finished up Mission Space. I hope you enjoyed that beautiful tour around Earth. And now we're gonna head around another world called the World Showcase and see what we can find to do there. Here we go. All right, to our left here is the standby line for test track at 105 minutes currently. And it is 10:54. The park officially opens at 11. So a lot of people here indeed. That's why we knock it out early. All right, as we head towards the Odyssey building, the sun is starting to come out a little bit, so we're already seeing the promise of that sunshine.
EPCOT, where the magic of possibility awaits.
All right, that was just a little bit of footage from the EPCOT experience here at the Odyssey Center, showing the transformations of EPCOT and what is going to take place in the future. And speaking of which, I can see one of the barges out on the lagoon for the new nighttime show coming up called Harmonious. No opening date announced yet, but they are getting ready for it for sure. All right, starting in Mexico, you know I always navigate the park clockwise. One of my quirks. And there's already a little line for the pyramid here. It's not even 11 o'clock yet, so may jump in line for that. Let's see. Alright, the pyramid just opened for business, and we are entering and going back to the Grand Fiesta Tour with the Three Caballeros. Let's see if Donald's back in the last scene. If you remember last time, they had him replaced by a plant. Our vessel awaits. This is the table service restaurant San Helen here in the pyramid, right on the water. Beautiful. Well, thanks, guys. They always have a party when I come. Much appreciated.
Excuse me, you seen a duck? Hey, hey, hey! Wrong duck! Goodbye!
Well, I guess they've replaced all three animatronics now with two-dimensional wood cutouts, it looks like. They must be refurbing them. Adios, amigos. See you soon. Alright, just finished up with Grand Fiesta Tour, and you saw they replaced all three animatronics of Three Caballeros at the end with wood cutouts, so it went from 3D to 2D. So they're probably being refurbished. Alright, let's see what's next. Alright, I promise we're going to get to the festival, but since we're here pretty early, I'm knocking out as many rides as I can. And I'm going to jump in line for Frozen Ever After by jumping in line in China. Here we go. And just a reminder, they're loading every row now with the plexiglass dividers in between each row, so it makes wait times a little lower.
Unselfish act of true love and full of frozen hope. Indeed.
Hey, you're going into the
just finished up with Frozen. Yeah, I have mixed feelings about the plexiglass because while the wait times are lower because of them, it does make the ride experience less than stellar if you're not sitting in the front row because the glass gets foggy and wet, so it makes the ride kind of hard to see. So kind of decreases the quality of the attraction in my opinion if you're not in the front row. So just bear that in mind. And there are no row requests at the moment, so you can't request to sit in the front, it's just all random. So just keep that in mind with these attractions that have plexiglass. Alright, let's see what's next. And kind of surprising to me, water fountains are still working here at Disney World. I thought they'd be disabled because of COVID, but they are working, so if you don't have water with you and you get in a bind and you don't want to wait in line to get one at a quick service restaurant, there are water fountains across Walt Disney World that are working still. Alright, I'm going to jump in line to Kringla Bakery and get a treat. They just opened, so they have a pretty long line right now with everyone waiting outside. So with social distancing, it looks a lot longer than it really is. So we'll be inside in no time. And we get entertainment while we wait. A princess cavalcade from a distance. What a nice surprise. From my experience, Kringla Bakery is not the fastest quick service restaurant. So it may take a while to get through the line, even though there's not that many people in it. Alright, school bread is a rite of passage here at EPCOT, so you know I got one. I'm going to jump into this and see what's next for us. Alright, despite my telling you it was not supposed to rain today, guess what it is doing right now? So don't go by your phone. We could get rain at any time, really. But it's not supposed to last very long, so we'll just kind of stay under some shelter and then resume walking the park as soon as this rain stops. Nothing major. Alright, after about a 5-minute rain shower, we are back in business. And don't forget they have digital festival guidebooks. You just scan that QR code with your phone and you have a copy right there with you at all times. You don't have to worry about keeping up with a paper copy. Alright, while in China, let's jump in the movie Reflections of China. And don't forget this plays on the 10, 30, and 50 of every hour, so you can kind of plan around when you want to see it. Almost a full show.
Welcome. I am Li Bai, a poet of the Tang Dynasty, and I have returned to share with you reflections of my beloved China. Like this great wall, it winds like a road across timeless landscapes. But one can also find landscapes that are ever changing. Treasures of Shanghai's stately European influence. Even in the hectic pace of modern China, there is always time for Tai Chi. It may be said that the history of the Chinese people is not written in ink, but with water. Changes swiftly, but one can also find enduring legacies that reflect our past in the world-famous Peking Opera. Tiananmen Square. To stand here is to stand at the heart of China. The river winds like a silver snake through these scattered dragon's teeth. I once wrote, whoever looks on this loses himself in eternity. We have now come full circle. Sadly, that means this is where we must part. But I hope you will return to China someday.
Alright, just finished up with Reflections of China, and we have blue skies and sunshine again. What an awesome movie that is if you've never seen it. It's old, but really makes you feel like you've been to China. Alright, let's continue navigating clockwise and see what's next for us. And just a reminder, EPCOT still does not have their international cast members back, so the cast members running all of these attractions in the different countries are just regular cast members that do not speak the native language of the countries that you're visiting. So it doesn't make the experience as authentic, but I am just so glad that at least they're back open in this capacity. But hopefully they'll be back soon. Alright, passing through Africa and towards Germany now. Just a reminder that the emphasis is on art at this festival. Visual, performing, culinary, and they have artists with their paintings set up in different booths so you can actually meet and talk to them. So definitely a cool experience if you've never done it for sure. Alright, let's see what's next. Alright, it looks like they do have PhotoPass photographers in front of these 3D portraits that you can insert yourself into. That was not the case the last time I was here. Someone in your party had to take your picture, so looks like they've improved in that area for sure. Alright, I came over to Goshiki and got the Stone Garden, and it's a red bean mousse, and it comes with a little cup of chocolate rocks and rice cracker pebbles, so you can actually make a little stone garden and play with it before you eat it. So great for kids. It's not the best deal in the park at $6.75, but it is semi-sweet, so it's somewhat of a dessert. But you can actually pour it on there and then make your stone garden before you eat it. You don't always get to play with your food at Disney, so definitely do it as often as you can. I'm gonna make this, eat it, and enjoy. See what's next for us. Alright, just finished up a fun and delicious stone garden from Japan. I'm gonna head right next door to the Mosaic Canteen, which is the food booth here in Morocco. And I have been eyeing that flatbread. I did not get to get it last time, so I'm gonna try that this time and see what is next for us. Alright, here is my flatbread, and I can't tell you how good it smells. It's got pesto, artichokes, red peppers, of course feta cheese, and Tabasco. You know I gotta add that, spice things up a bit. I'm gonna enjoy this little pizza and then head next door to France most likely. Here we go. Okay, wow, that flatbread was as good as it looked, possibly even better. That gets my vote for best of the fest for sure. And at only $5.75, one of the better values here at the festival. That was a lot of food compared to some of the other portions we've seen. All right, we are heading towards France now. Here we go. All right, I got distracted, so I made a pit stop at Vibrante and Vivido for the passion fruit mousse. It comes with dragon fruit jam. It sounds very interesting. I can't wait to try that. All right, here is the passion fruit mousse from Vibrante and Vivido. And it's a very light dessert. It's refreshing, not like most of the heavy stuff you have around the festival. So it even comes with a little opera mask on top. I don't know if you can see that, but it's kind of falling off there. And it's melting in the sun as well. It's a warm day. I'm gonna dig into this and then see what's next for us. All right, here is a look into the UK pavilion heading over from France. And I did bypass the France food booth for now because the line was unnecessarily long. So we'll check back later when it dies down a little bit. All right, let's head on over to the World Showplace. See what we can find that's good there. All right, just a reminder here in the World Showplace, which is right in between the UK and Canada pavilions, they have 3 food booths and also some live entertainment. And this year it is Art Defying Gravity. So let's jump in there and take a look. And of course they have little art booths set up as well when you first walk into the right. And the actual artists are here to talk to you. Here's Meredith Young's booth. And there she is. Alright, I jumped over to the Festival Favorites food booth here in the World Showplace Pavilion. And I'm gonna try the lemon blood orange tart. You can see a picture of it there in the bottom left square. Looks like another refreshing dessert. Let's check it out. Alright, I'm sure you can hear the live pianist in the background playing famous Disney tunes. They play here throughout the day in the World Showplace Pavilion. And here is my lemon blood orange tart. Another refreshing dessert. Again, not the best value in terms of size, but look how it is decorated. So much detail went into making this. I'm sure it's just as delicious as it looks. All right, I'm gonna devour this and see what's next for us. Here at the far end of the World Showplace, they have these little art galleries set up with more Disney art that you can view and peruse at your own pace. So much variety back here. And some booths even have the artists that painted them right there where you can talk to them. So much talent, wow.
Please welcome Art Defying Gravity.
Alright, that art-defying gravity is something else. Those are some talented and flexible acrobats. Okay, let's see what's next for us. I can hear the Jambiters performing on the Mill stage here in Canada. Hey Dale. Alright, as we hear the Jambiters play in the background, we pass some more art booths. And I am in the Canada Pavilion right now. Yeah, the streets are just lined with food and art booths. And what a beautiful day to enjoy all of them. Oh, it's gorgeous. Alright, I came over to the Canada food booth and got the salmon with creme gâteau. I know I'm mispronouncing that, but it looks delicious. And it even has some caviar on top. And you know I'm going to add some black pepper and some Tabasco sauce as well to spice things up. I'm going to devour this and then see what's next for us. Alright, that salmon was amazing. It had a very strong smoke flavor to it. And of course the caviar just added to the flavor. Alright, I'm going to head on over to the land pavilion next and see what we can knock out over that way. Alright, here's the distribution kiosk for the paints and brushes for the paint by number wall mural they have set up across the way here. So you get your paint brushes and your paints there, and then you enter the line right here. And then you paint the squares that they tell you to paint, and it forms this large wall mural, which at this festival happens to be a Mary Blair inspired portrait of World Showcase. Again, everything's focused on art. So neat to contribute to this. And just to give you an idea of where this is, it's kind of in between the land pavilion and the seas. Alright, they now send you through a maze when coming into the land pavilion. That's new since the last time I've been here. They have the spacers marked on the floor, of course, but now they send you a certain way through some partitions. And it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, just to give you an idea of the time and how busy the land pavilion is. Alright, a 15-minute wait for Living with the Land. I'm gonna jump in line for that now.
These elements, when combined with sunlight, create the diverse living systems of our planet. Of all the forces at work on the land, humans have had one of the most profound effects. The need to produce food for a growing world led to the enormous use and sometimes overuse of the land. Where scientists from EPCOT and the U.S. Department of Agriculture are exploring innovative ways to produce bountiful harvests now and into the future. These are just a few of the edible plants that have been an important source of nutrition for people living in the tropics. Many are rich in vitamins and minerals, while others are well adapted to growing in less than ideal conditions. Some, like the water lily, thrive in wet, swampy areas and waterways. All parts of this plant, even the flower petals, are edible. The starchy root of the plant has long been used to make flour for baking. But fish farming, or aquaculture, accounts for nearly half of all the seafood consumed globally. Tilapia, bass, and catfish, like the ones you see here, are 3 of the more popular crops raised by fish farmers. The sustainable system we're using here recycles the water in the tanks. As a result, we're able to save millions of gallons each year. Innovations like this one can play an important role in our efforts to produce bountiful harvests and still protect natural resources. The common grains growing here, wheat, maize, sorghum, and millet, plus rice, account for nearly 2/3 of our global food consumption. Learning how to increase yields of these staples is an important goal of research around the world. These crops taste as good as they look. In fact, we serve more than 15 tons of produce from our greenhouses in restaurants here at the land every year. The future of agriculture may include innovative ideas like this vertical growing system. Plants grown in this way use a fraction of the space required by traditional growing methods. That saves water and increases production. The aquaponics system on your left combines hydroponics with aquaculture. The fish provide a natural source of fertilizer for the plants, and the plants help keep the water clean for the fish. It's another great way to produce more while using less.
All right, just got done with living with the land. I'm gonna hop right next door to Soren. Very convenient. All right, guys, we are boarding. We got hang glider A, far left. But A1 at least, front row. Soaring to tower, we're just about ready to go.
Soaring to tower, we are ready for takeoff.
Oh yeah. Alright guys, just finished up soaring. What a treat. Of course, an excellent score from Jerry Goldsmith and breathtaking views of the world. You can't really beat that combination. Alright, let's keep walking around the world and see what's next for us. Here we go. And I just wanted to show you right here in the Imagination Pavilion, they have a construction scrim up hiding something. So EPCOT is forever under construction. No joke. And it looks like they have the spring plantings back all ready for Flower and Garden Festival, which is starting soon. Looks like Mardi Gras colors to me. Here's another art booth with the artist. Here is another art gallery. And these are paintings that you can actually take home with you. For a hefty price, of course. But if you have a Disney room or a Disney themed house, this is where you can stock up for sure. All right, heading back towards Japan and ultimately to America to see if we can catch the Mariachi Cobra at the American Gardens Theater. Here we go.
Please welcome Mariachi Cobra.
Alright, I hope you enjoyed those clips from the Mariachi Cobra. There is so much talent on that stage, and they've been performing here at EPCOT since opening day. Wow. What a treat. Alright, let's keep walking around the world. Another Princess Cavalcade, right here in France this time. Alright, I came over to the France food booth and got the Black Winter Truffle Croissant. Again, not very big, but I hear it is absolutely delectable. Most everything at this food booth is, no matter what festival it is, so I highly recommend it. Right here in France, whatever they're selling at the food booth, it's most likely going to be a home run. All right, I'm going to dig into this and then see what is next for us around the world. Okay, wow, that truffle croissant is no joke. It looked like it was wrapped in chocolate, but it was not. It is 100% savory, not sweet at all. It can almost count as a meal. It's so rich and heavy. Very, very delicious, for sure. I am absolutely mesmerized by this beautiful tree here in the Morocco Pavilion. A very bright yellow. Spring has sprung in Orlando. Gorgeous. And the Princess Cavalcade again.
Please welcome the Voices of Liberty.
1, 2, 1.
We are
All right, just wrapped up the Voices of Liberty concert there at the America Gardens Theater. Wow, what an awesome performance. If they don't give you goosebumps, you might not be alive. All right, let's walk around the world some more and see what is next for us. Here we go. All right, you know where we're headed next. Front of the park, iconic Spaceship Earth.
And for a brief moment, we have been among its passengers. But where are we going? And what kind of future will we discover there? Surprisingly, the answers lie in our past. Now let's move ahead to ancient Egypt, because something is about to happen here that will change the future forever. Papyrus, a sort of paper. Papyrus in turn creates better record keeping of plans, designs, and unfortunately taxes. But it also brings with it the dawn of great civilizations.
That reminds me, I need to do my taxes.
At this point, each civilization has its own form of writing, which none of the others can understand. But the Phoenicians, who trade with all of them, have a solution. They create a simple common alphabet, adaptable to most languages. Remember how easy it was to learn your ABCs? In fact, the Phoenicians, they invented them.
Thank you, Phoenicians. I did, Judy.
And math comes mechanical technology and the birth of the high-tech life we enjoy today. With lessons learned from the Greeks, the Romans created powerful empires. To move their armies around, they built a system of roads all over the known world. Rome built the first worldwide road, but then we hit a roadblock. Rome falls, and the great library of Alexandria in Egypt is burned. Much of our learning is destroyed, lost forever.
Smells like barbecue.
Or so we think. Watched over by Arab and Jewish scholars. Call it the first backup system. In the meantime, here in Europe, monks toil endlessly recording books by hand. But that is about to change. In 1450, Gutenberg invents the movable type printing press. Now knowledge can travel as fast as these new books, and travel they do.
Thank you for printing the King James Bible, Gutenberg.
In every field. And the result is an incredible explosion of innovation we call the Renaissance.
Praise you, Lord.
Number, please. I'm sorry that line is busy.
By now, we're all communicating from anywhere on Earth. And in 1969, from somewhere else.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Here we are, a truly global community, poised to shape the future of this, our spaceship Earth.
There she is.
Let's have some fun creating the future, shall we?
Here in your future, staying healthy is as easy as getting out of bed in the morning. You can get daily health checkups just by taking a smart pill with your vitamins. After scanning your body with light waves, it sends the info to your doctor to let her know things are A-OK. The end. Or should I say the beginning of your future.
Here's the new prism structure at the front of the park. Atop a fountain. Very beautiful and relaxing, my goodness. Alright guys, that is a wrap here from the EPCOT Festival of the Arts 2021. Thank you so much for sticking with me to the end. I hope you had as much fun as I did and got a glimpse into what the festival looked like this year. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and do that now by clicking the red subscribe button below and then click the little notification bell. That way you're notified every time I release new videos just like this one. If this video was helpful or you liked it, give it a big thumbs up below and go and share it with someone that might benefit. Until next time everybody, you know what I'm going to say. Stay well, stay safe, and God bless. Bye for now. But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves.